our hope is that we are going to take you beneath the surface of culture, right? Like once we talk about culture, generally when I talk about culture, people just like, oh, they just think what I wear, that beautiful African clothes that she wore the other day, or those beautiful earrings that she wore the other day, or maybe any something that you do. When I think about Switzerland, I think about the beautiful Alps and the books that I read when I was a child, and the mountains and the milk and the people coming down from the hills with wonderful milk. Like I still remember all these things, and I think the Swedish culture now has to do with cattle and beautiful cheese and all of that, right? So that's what I think about. But there is so much more to the Swedish culture. There's so much more to the British culture. Like British culture, being that Cameroon had both English and French, I would think the British culture is very proper, right? So if I see somebody from Britain that is not very proper, it kind of messes with my mind, right? Because I have given a definition of their culture that is very surface level. So in when we start talking about this, we want you to think deep culture. We want you not to think about what are the rules about somebody's culture that I need to memorize in order to better work with them. That's not it only. That is good, but that's not it only. Um, it's not only about reducing stereotypes, which is also very good. It's not just talking about those foods and festival, which is also very good. But that's not the only thing. We want you to go, it's just 10% of all of that. The deeper work is the work that you do not see. The deeper work are the impact of the things about that person's culture, which are the beliefs, the heritage, and norms that you do not see. So we're examining what shapes that culture and the trust. We're examining what shapes that connections, the trust, and the outcome of how people behave, and not just the clothing and the beautiful, amazing food that they have. So culture teaches us what behaviors mean. So for me, an easy way for me to look at culture is that it teaches us what somebody's behavior actually means. And this behavior could be beliefs, values, power dynamics, relationship dynamics, identity and their history. Like I just noted a second ago that as a Cameroonian that has a history of a colonial background with Britain, there's certain things that I expect that history. And if you don't know that deeper knowledge about me, I might do some things or say some things that will not make sense to you. Communication styles, some people direct, it is believed that people of the European descent that live in Europe today are very direct. They don't beat around the bushes, especially you go to places like Germany. People are super, super, super direct. And us Americans, we don't like it. We don't like being so, so, so direct. We're not used to it. We like when things are said a bit softly, right? Norms and practices of a community, and then the fears and expectations that people have. Those are not the things that, like, especially these fears and expectations. These are not things that are easy to just broke down. Fears and expectations is something also that you have to really know somebody to know sometimes what are the fears. In the case of Alex, maybe Alex's fear is the fear of being humiliated, the fear of thinking that they are not competent. So what are the fears and expectations that this person has that might cause them to behave a certain way? So patterns guide inquiry, they do not define every person.